I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media, but what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be constant.
She basically saying that the kids are not safe around Iman. She said Iman be smoking weed around the kids and be forgetting to feed them. One of the wildest parts of the allegations is Teyana says that Iman put the kids in a rideshare in Chicago and had them dropped off at the United Center Arena alone while he had a private driver drop him off at the station.
The drama between Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert just exploded, and it's getting uglier by the day. What once appeared to be a peaceful breakup between two high-profile stars has now erupted into a heated courtroom showdown. While fans assumed they were quietly co-parenting behind the scenes, the truth tells a very different story. Allegations are flying, legal teams are battling, and now Teyana's own family has jumped into the war zone to protect her and the children. The custody case is spiraling quickly into one of the most explosive celebrity disputes of the year, and every day brings more shocking twists. From emotional abuse claims to public confrontations in court, this battle is no longer just between Teyana and Iman, it's a full-blown family war. And as more personal details surface, the public is finding it hard to take sides. Both camps have loyal supporters, but the evidence being dropped is raising serious concerns. So how did we go from a quiet split to one of the most dramatic custody fights in Hollywood? It all began after Teyana and Iman went public with their breakup, claiming they were still on good terms and focused on their daughters. For a while, things looked fine. Teyana was glowing in her career and Iman was juggling gigs and fatherhood. But behind closed doors, things were unraveling fast. Rumors started flying that Iman had been skipping scheduled visits with the kids and missing important school events. These weren't just petty complaints. Teyana's family allegedly started documenting every missed responsibility. According to inside sources, her mother became increasingly worried about the emotional toll this was taking on the children. That's when she reportedly urged Teyana to seek full custody. The move blindsided Iman, who thought their informal co-parenting setup was working just fine. But now, with legal action being taken, it's clear that both sides are gearing up for war. Teyana's family hasn't stayed quiet either. Her mom and sister have shown up to court dates, sending a message that they're standing firmly by her side. Sources close to the family say this isn't just about hurt feelings, it's about protecting the kids from instability. Teyana's team has reportedly submitted documents claiming emotional neglect and a lack of consistency in Iman's behavior. They're saying he's been too focused on maintaining a flashy public image, going from one event to another, and not prioritizing his daughters. These court filings include dates, messages, and even photos to back up their claims. Her family believes Iman is no longer capable of providing a secure environment for shared custody. And with the kind of backing she has, it's no wonder the court is now paying close attention. Naturally, Iman Shumpert isn't backing down without a fight. He and his legal team quickly fired back, painting a very different picture. According to them, Iman has been present at birthdays, school functions, and even random doctor's appointments, despite his busy schedule. He's claiming this custody battle is less about protecting the kids and more about controlling the narrative. Iman's lawyers are accusing Teyana's family of stirring up unnecessary drama and turning a personal issue into a public campaign. For Iman, the accusations feel like betrayal, especially since he believed they were co-parenting respectfully. He insists he loves his children deeply and wants to be a hands-on father, not a weekend visitor. Now, the courtroom is set for a brutal fight, and both sides are digging in with everything they've got. As if things weren't messy enough, leaked court documents have started making their rounds online. Some insiders are claiming that Teyana accused Iman of emotional abuse during arguments, saying he created a toxic environment. While Iman's team has denied these claims, the damage may already be done. Social media is split. Some fans believe the leaks are part of a strategy to gain sympathy, while others say the truth is finally coming to light. Teyana's supporters say her family would never lie about something so serious, especially when children are involved. Meanwhile, Iman's defenders argue that he's being dragged through the mud without concrete proof. The lines are clearly drawn, but the public doesn't know who to trust anymore. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get any more intense, the ongoing feud between Teyana and Iman erupted in a way no one could have predicted. The already tense situation escalated dramatically when private family tensions exploded into the public sphere. According to eyewitnesses at the courthouse, a confrontation took place between Teyana's mother and Iman in a hallway. What started as a heated exchange quickly turned into a shouting match so loud and aggressive that courthouse security had to intervene. Reports indicate that the argument teetered on the edge of physical conflict, prompting immediate action from staff to de-escalate the situation. As if that wasn't enough drama, the tension didn't end there. In a separate clash, Teyana's sister reportedly exchanged words and nearly blows with one of Iman's cousins. What should have been a routine legal proceeding devolved into a full-blown spectacle, drawing the attention of everyone nearby. In this age of social media, it was only a matter of minutes before videos of the chaotic courthouse scenes began circulating online. Clips of the verbal sparring went viral almost immediately, igniting a digital wildfire of speculation, opinions, and emotional reactions from fans and observers across the globe. The spectacle didn't stop with the courthouse incident. Iman's mother later fueled the controversy further by posting a cryptic message on social media. Without naming names, she alluded to her son being under attack from what she described as jealousy and lies. Though brief, the statement was loaded with implication and widely interpreted as a defense of Iman and an accusation against Teyana and her supporters. This single post added more fuel to an already raging fire, amplifying the drama and dividing public opinion even further. What originally started as a legal custody dispute has now evolved into a messy and highly publicized family conflict. Age-high feud playing out in real time under the unforgiving glare of the public eye. Unsurprisingly, fans have found themselves deeply divided. On one hand, many have rallied behind Teyana, praising her for prioritizing her children and standing firm in what they believe to be her truth. These supporters see her as a fierce, devoted mother fighting tooth and nail to protect her daughters from harm, emotional trauma, or instability. To them, she's the embodiment of maternal strength, resilient, unapologetic, and unwilling to be intimidated. On the other hand, a significant portion of the public has taken Iman's side. They argue that a father should not be alienated from his children without undeniable, court-validated proof of wrongdoing. For these individuals, Iman is being unfairly vilified and cut out of his children's lives based on what they view as emotional accusations rather than hard facts. Many believe he's simply trying to remain present in his daughters' lives and maintain his role as an involved father, which they see as equally important. Social media platforms have become battlegrounds for both camps. While some users are passionately voicing their support for Teyana or Iman, others are taking a more neutral stance, pleading with both parents to shield their daughters from the emotional damage that often results from highly public and toxic custody disputes. The dominant sentiment in these conversations is concern for the well-being of the children involved. Many are urging the parents to set aside their differences, however deep, for the sake of peace and emotional stability. Still, for every post calling for reconciliation and privacy, there's another demanding that the truth come out and that justice be served, whatever that might look like. Some even go as far as calling on the courts to take decisive, possibly harsh action against whichever parent is proven to be lying or manipulating the situation. The attention the situation has drawn isn't limited to just fans and followers. Celebrities and public figures have begun weighing in as well, adding another layer to the spectacle. A number of well-known entertainers have expressed public support for Teyana, describing her as a mama bear and a warrior for her kids. These stars are applauding her courage, celebrating her willingness to fight for her children, even in the face of public scrutiny and personal attacks. They're using their platforms to echo her message about the importance of maternal advocacy, especially in custody disputes where a mother believes her children are at risk. At the same time, Iman isn't without his supporters either. Some of his former NBA teammates and friends from the sports world have offered public messages of encouragement, urging him to remain strong and continue being the father they've always known him to be. These messages often carry a tone of brotherhood and solidarity, reinforcing the idea that Iman is being unfairly treated or misunderstood. Alongside these voices are prominent parenting advocates and family counselors, many of whom are pleading with both parties to take the matter out of the public domain and into a more private, healing space. They argue that the longer the battle plays out in the media, the more harm it causes, especially to the children caught in the middle. Despite all the noise, speculation, and commentary, the actual outcome remains uncertain. Legal experts watching the case unfold have offered multiple potential outcomes. If Teyana's claims are supported by credible evidence, she could potentially win full custody of the children, leaving Iman with only supervised or limited visitation rights. That would mark a significant legal blow to Iman and set a clear direction for how the court views the situation. New evidence could also play a decisive role. Text messages, audio recordings, or testimony from neutral third parties could tip the scales significantly. If anything like that emerges in court, it could alter the trajectory of the entire case. Until then, every new court date brings the potential for major shifts in custody, public sentiment, and the overall dynamic between the families. For now, what remains clear is that this situation has transcended a private legal battle and become a very public family drama. The internet is watching every move, dissecting every post, and speculating about every development. With emotions running high, both sides digging in their heels, and the stakes involving not just legal rights, but family reputations and emotional bonds, it's hard to predict when or how this feud will end. Sadly, caught in the middle of all this are Teyana and Iman's daughters. These young girls are reportedly confused and overwhelmed by all the tension. Sources close to the family say both parents are doing their best to shield the kids from the chaos, but it's getting harder as the battle grows more intense. Paparazzi are following them, social media is buzzing, and every little move gets scrutinized. Fans online are begging both Teyana and Iman to take a step back and think of their children first. Many are worried that if this continues, it could leave long-lasting emotional scars. What was supposed to be a breakup handled with grace has turned into a public custody war with two innocent kids stuck in the crossfire. So what do you think? Should Teyana's family have gotten involved in the custody case? Or did that only make things worse? Is Iman being unfairly targeted? Or is Teyana simply doing what any protective mother would do? Let us know your thoughts in the comments because this story is far from over. As more court details leak and family drama continues to unfold, we'll be here to cover every twist and turn. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications because the next update could change everything.